Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is third and 9. To throw is Fields. That is caught. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Gibson on the read option, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Arizona defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Back to throw, Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. 23 yards on the play.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Here we go,
Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The Cardinals had 2 and 2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Cousins. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now it's Fields. Open man is Ross, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Eckler again. Down the right sideline, Austin Eckler, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Eckler. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Robinson. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They run the option on second down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He chalked that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The offense on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Fields now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
This 2nd and 4. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flush to his Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going up, the big fella. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got the connection to Moore. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Fields on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
2nd and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On first down, it's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now throw incomplete.
What we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throwing, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Gun. Listen to me.
Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down, Cousins. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Play fake. Cousins. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Draw play. It's Eckler. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Flushed out right. That is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Brian Robinson Jr., his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Moore now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 22 now, here's second down and 7.
Hey, going out right here.
Gibson again. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a first down throw. Fields going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Here's Fields. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, yo. 300. Hey, no, easy.
To throw is Cousins. And this will be swung out here for counter. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Prater's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the 41, here's second down and 7. Now it's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Austin Eckler, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cards look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Angel.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, wide open, complete.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On first down, Fields flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Once more, here's Eckler. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. From his own end zone, Fields. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw from his end zone, Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Pittman from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Hey,
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Gibson here running out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Fields now to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And one last throw here for Fields. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cardinals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.